Welcome to Trump's America. Oh my giddy aunt. Now, we all knew, don't we, that Donald Trump had an agenda. He was going to enact his emergency measures and enforce border control. Okay, border control. It was kind of be expected. People knew that's going to happen, didn't they? I think I didn't expect, though. I didn't expect Donald Trump to be getting his ICE agents, the Immigration Customs Enforcement officers, to be going into schools, knocking down doors of businesses, and without warrants, by the way. No warrants, no. Just basically breaking in, bashing down doors of toilets in premises, and seeing whether or not there's anybody inside that's of the wrong colour. Let's be honest about this. Donald Trump's administration are racist, xenophobes, misogynists, you name it, they're it. Fascists. This new administration, under Donald Trump, is basically performing every trait of fascism. You can imagine, even Hitler wasn't this quick off the mark. And you're probably lapping it up, aren't you? Those of you who voted for Donald Trump, you're probably lapping it up. It's fantastic. Take the children, put them in cages, deport them together, even though those children were possibly born in the country, hence they got birthright citizenship. No, deport them all together. That's what Tom Homan said, the so-called border czar. But they're making mistakes. And it's illegal as well. I just find this whole thing obviously upsetting. There's children involved. But I kind of wonder where it's heading under Donald Trump. I just begs belief. It's just it's shocking. All right, you might not think so. You might be lapping it up. You know, and doing a few lines or something. Or, I don't know, doing a bit of Tin Can Alley. I don't know what you're up to. You probably think it's great, right? But anyone with decency will think this is absolutely disgusting. Now, you might think you've got a problem with your borders. Well, sort your borders out. We kind of expected that. We knew that was going to be happening. But did we expect you to be going into schools and taking children? We kind of hoped you weren't anyway. But that's what's going on. Well, Immigration Customs Enforcement officers, been raided in New Jersey and sweeps up U.S. citizens along with undocumented migrants. In some cases, veterans. In case this, U.S. veteran was reportedly among those who were detained. They're going into these places, like bull in a china shop, smashing down doors and shit like that. No warrant. No. Literally just smashing stuff to shit, basically. So
ICE walked in like it was their empire's own conquered land. They were heavily armed. There was no prior announcement. They were blocking off entrances and exits. They were scrambling up delivery ramps. They were banging down bathroom doors to make sure no one was hiding inside. They did all of this without being unable to produce a single name or a single warrant.
According to the mayor, a number of undocumented individuals were detained, as well as a U.S. citizen, a veteran of the military who was pressed about his military documents.
The very image of seeing migrants walk into those planes, that is something that's part of this shock and awe strategy. They're also doing a lot of collateral arrests. So if they find people in the middle of their operations who are not considered criminals, but they are undocumented immigrants, they are arresting them as well.
ICE walked in like it was their...
This is like Nazi Germany. Are they going to be wearing bands on their arms and stuff next? You know? I hope you voted for this. Vote for this. Are proud. Because I bet you are. Disgust me, quite frankly. Those of you who voted for Donald Trump, you disgust me. You were gross, right? Absolutely fucking gross. The ICE raid in New Jersey sweeps up, U.S. citizens along with undocumented migrants. This happens to be in the Midas Touch news or networks. And agents from Immigration and Customs Enforcement raided a worksite in Newark, New Jersey on Thursday, just yesterday, detained several U.S. citizens, including U.S. military veteran. ICE will not provide exact details on the raid, citing an ongoing investigation. They're embarrassed properly. According to a statement from the ICE on the raid, agents may encounter U.S. citizens while conducting fieldwork, they say, and may request identification to establish an individual's identity, as was the case during a targeted enforcement operation at the worksite in Newark on Thursday. In other words, in Donald Trump's America, individuals must be ready at all times to show their papers to avoid being caught up in deportation sweeps to detention centres where they will be forced to wait to see an immigration judge to prove their status. And the veteran was reportedly forced to prove his military service to avoid detention. So this is affecting everybody, not just the migrants. No. I hope it's going to negatively affect Donald Trump supporters. Let it be you be detained because you forgot your papers. Those of you who voted for this man, who happened to be a person of colour, whose families are probably going to get split up, you thought that Donald Trump was just going to be putting tariffs on goods and China's going to be paying. Bloody idiots. No, this is going to affect you. It's going to affect your families. It's going to affect your children. It's also going to affect Republicans as well, where they got an undocumented migrant happen to be their au pair. Who's going to look after your kids? They're good enough to look after your kids, but you don't want them in the country. The whole thing is. It's not just, obviously, it's disgusting. All right, it is disgusting. There's no getting away from it. It's disgusting. I'm sure I'm going to be making plenty more videos and I'm going to get plenty more little clips and what have you. I would like to get some first-hand reports on this as well, to be fair. If anyone could send me anything, that'd be really good. But I just can't imagine how people are feeling. If the shoe was on the other foot, my foot, say for instance, and I live in France now. I'm an Englishman and moved and emigrated to France as a migrant, and not an expat. That's a bollocks or expat. That's just because you don't want to be called a migrant. Anyway, as a migrant, I work here in France, and I just can't imagine what it'd be like to live under that kind of regime, Donald Trump's regime. A man who looks up to the people, looked up to people like, Hitler. And the 2025 Hitler, Elon Musk. It's sad what America has become. Gross. Absolutely gross. Anyway. What say you? Please leave me in the comments down below. You've got to support the channel, you do on Patreon, buy us coffee and links down below. Also rewilding there in France, where we're planting trees. Planting loads of trees for little birdies and stuff. You can see we're doing the habitats for animals and stuff. Making bat boxes, bird boxes and all sorts of, habitats. Anyway, link down below if you want to know more about that. There's a go to our GoFundMe page, and then if you want to buy a tree, I'll make a sign to go with that tree. Your name or memory of a loved one, what have you, or pet. Anything you like, really. It will be made with Melissa, that it is. But please just comment down below and please boot the old like button because it's going to get worse. I think you're heading for a civil war, if you ask me. I think you are. Maybe that's what it needs. I need a reset. Toodaloo.